Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hidden Korea. Today, we dive into a story that is sending shockwaves across the entire entertainment industry. A revelation so stunning, so unexpected, that fans everywhere are struggling to believe it. Unbelievable, Lee Jun-ho has officially announced his marriage to Yoona. A moment that has left the world of entertainment completely shaken. Stay with us as we uncover every detail behind this extraordinary development. Let's get started, right now. No one expected it. Not the reporters who had chased every rumor. Not the fans who had memorized every subtle interaction between them. And certainly not the industry insiders who believed they had already seen every twist the entertainment world could offer. Yet on a quiet morning that suddenly became deafening, Lee Jun-ho broke his silence with a declaration that felt like a lightning strike across Asia. He was officially marrying Yoona. The announcement came with no warning, no cryptic teaser. No leak from unnamed close sources. It was a clean, bold proclamation that instantly shattered the calm of the entertainment world and sent every newsroom into chaos. Moments before the announcement, Jun-ho's social media page had been oddly still, as if holding its breath. Fans refreshing the page expected as usual updates about filming schedules, charity events, or new projects. But instead, a single message illuminated their screens, a heartfelt confession that began with trembling honesty and ended with an emotional truth no one foresaw. Within seconds, the post ignited into a storm of reactions. Some screamed in disbelief. Some cried out of shock. Others simply froze, unable to move as reality crashed over them with the weight of an earthquake. Reporters scrambled to confirm whether the account had been hacked. Agencies called emergency meetings. Entertainment programs canceled their scheduled topics and replaced them with live segments dissecting every word of the message. Meanwhile, Yoona's silence only deepened the atmosphere of suspense. Where was she? Why wasn't she responding? Was this a mutual announcement or a one-sided confession? Teams of journalists camped around her agency building, desperate to capture even a single expression on her face. Minutes stretched into hours as fans revisited every interaction between the two stars over the past decade. Their on-screen chemistry, their award show glances, their backstage laughter, everything suddenly felt like hidden clues that had been lying in plain sight. Online forums exploded with theories. Some insisted the relationship had begun during a drama shoot. Others claimed they had spotted matching accessories months earlier. Yet nothing could be confirmed. And the mystery only tightened its grip on the public. Then, just as the chaos reached its peak, Yoona herself appeared, serene, bright, but with a quivering warmth in her eyes. Her video message radiated a softness that contrasted sharply with the frenzy outside. She spoke slowly, choosing her words with care. Saying that the two had indeed built a relationship in silence, away from cameras and speculation. Their bond had not been born from media hype but from genuine companionship. Countless private conversations. And a connection that had deepened beyond expectations. Her voice wavered when she admitted how terrified she had been to reveal the truth. Not because she doubted their love. Because she feared the sharp edge of public judgment. Yet as she spoke, one thing became unmistakably clear. This was not a publicity stunt, not a media ploy, not a shock tactic. This was real. This was heartfelt. And this was final. Video spread across the internet. Reactions became even more explosive. Some fans celebrated. Others questioned everything they had believed until now. Rival agencies scrambled to adjust their own promotional strategies, aware that this announcement was about to dominate global headlines for weeks. And in the middle of this whirlwind, the question that now echoed across social media was simple, yet enormous. What happened behind the scenes that led them to choose this moment, this confession, this revelation that changed the face of entertainment overnight? The world held its breath, waiting for the next wave of truth. Part 2, 5000 KT. The shock from the announcement had barely settled when new layers of the story began to surface. Like a curtain being pulled back inch by inch. Behind-the-scenes accounts emerged from industry insiders who had quietly witnessed the evolution of Jun-ho and Yoona's bond but had remained silent out of respect. Now, however, the world wanted answers, and every whisper carried the weight of revelation. It began with the unexpected testimony of a drama staff member who had worked with them years earlier. According to this insider, their chemistry had been unmistakable even then. They weren't just co-stars delivering rehearsed lines, they were two Individuals who understood each other with uncanny depth. They lingered on set long after filming ended, sharing quiet conversations that seemed to blur the boundary between fiction and reality. Yet, despite the obvious closeness, they had been incredibly careful. No lingering touches. No scandalous gestures, no careless slips. They understood better than anyone how fragile reputations could be. They protected each other with silence. Rumors soon spread that their relationship had faced numerous tests, conflicting schedules, relentless media pressure, demands of maintaining superstardom. But instead of pulling them apart, challenges had solidified something unbreakable between them. One producer even revealed that during a particularly stressful period, Junho would often step away from meetings just to check whether Yoona had eaten or slept well. These small, private gestures had painted a picture far more powerful than any public interview could capture. Then came another revelation: their families had already met. Earlier in an intimate gathering away from Seoul's spotlight, a staff member working at the venue described the atmosphere as warm but emotional, with both families acknowledging the difficulties their children would face as public figures trying to build a shared life. Yet even amid those concerns, the blessing had been unanimous. It wasn't a rushed decision. This was a carefully considered commitment built on years of trust. As these details surfaced, the public's shock slowly transformed into fascination. News programs aired back-to-back specials analyzing the timeline of their secret romance. Body language experts were invited to dissect videos of them standing side by side at award shows. Fans curated long threads of hidden clues, highlighting every synchronized movement, every quiet smile, every hint of affection that had gone unnoticed until now. But the story took an even more dramatic turn when a separate insider revealed the final catalyst behind their sudden announcement. According to this source, a major media outlet had obtained private information about their relationship and had been preparing to publish an exclusive exposé. Faced with the possibility of having their love revealed through distorted narratives and sensationalized headlines, Ho chose to take control of the story himself. His announcement was not just a confession, it was an act of protection, shielding Yoona from the storm that would have been unleashed against her. This revelation changed everything. Those who had been confused now understood the urgency. Support poured in from all corners of the world, using his courage and his determination to stand at the front line for the woman he loved. And when Yoona released her follow-up message confirming the story, the final puzzle piece fell into place. Their announcement wasn't a sudden shock. It was a shield, a promise, and a declaration of unity in the face of scrutiny. As night fell, the initial chaos settled into a hum of emotional disbelief. The entertainment industry had been shaken. Out of the shock rose something rare, a sense of admiration for a love story that had survived despite the overwhelming weight of fame. And while the world waited for details about the wedding, the date, the venue, the guest list, one truth had already become undeniable. This was more than breaking news. This was history. A moment destined to reshape the narrative of modern Korean entertainment forever. In the end, this astonishing revelation has not only shaken the entertainment world but has also reminded everyone that even behind the brightest lights, real love can bloom in silence. Lee Junho and Yoona's courageous decision to reveal their marks a turning point, a moment that will be remembered, celebrated, and revisited for years to come. As the world watches their next steps with anticipation, one thing remains certain: this story has rewritten the narrative of modern celebrity romance and touched millions along the way. Thank you for staying with us until the very end. Your support, your curiosity, your enthusiasm are what drive us to bring you the most compelling stories from Hidden Korea. We truly appreciate every viewer, every reader, and every moment you spend with us. See you in the next story.